I'd say that the first two concepts that really helped me throughout my career at CSUN Learning was the first one that would be learning the campus resources. I think it was really important as a student that was new to the campus. It was really good for me to know like what was available. So whether it be tutoring, whether it be like the Oasis Center, whether it be the food pantry, I think those were just like really resources that I really needed at the time, and I think it just helped to know what was available to me. What I saw a lot happen was a lot of my peers that didn't take U100, further on they'd say, oh, I didn't know this was available, like where'd you learn about it? I was like, oh, like through my U100 class.
So one of the biggest concepts that I've learned is connecting with your professors and faculty and staff. The great thing about this U100 class is that it's catered towards my community, the Black community. So it was definitely helpful to connect with people who have shared experiences. And with that, another concept that I've learned was definitely time management. Now, college is obviously very different from high school. So there are certain things that you do throughout the day that are gonna be different when you live here and you have your social life here. So learning how to balance all of that while learning to also maintain a good academic life as well is something that I definitely learned in that class.
Another resource that I was given was the tutoring center. I had a lot of trouble with math. I was a commuter. It was a lot of time management on my end, so I had to talk to my professor as well as figure out my tutoring schedule, which I went and talked to the students who helped me out. Those are all things I learned from U100 and that I've all used to help me.
Then I'd say the second concept that really helped me out was learning to go to office hours. I think my professor was really big on like, you need to connect with your professors, and I think that's what's really gonna credit towards your success, because at a time later in the future, you can really ask for a letter of recommendation or those sorts of things. And it was like through my U100 professor that I started going into office hours. Like first I went to hers, and then I got more comfortable going into other professors and making those connections.
So the most important things I learned at the U100 course were to just network with your classmates, just talk to your classmates, especially your teacher. Your teacher's always there to help you. The whole point of the class is to engage with your peers and the people who come and visit and tell you about the campus. All the faculty and the students, you need to talk to them because they're gonna be there in the future to help you. I'm still in contact with a lot of my classmates, and I'm still in contact with my teacher. I'm actually getting an opportunity on this campus because I've talked to her, and it's very helpful to just be social, talk to people, you know.
Well, my professor, for one, is someone that I really am thankful for. So connecting with her through this small class was definitely a great impact on me, and as well as connecting with other freshmen who are in the same boat as I was. We had a lot of activities where we got to get to know each other on a more personal level rather than just going to class and trying to pass it.
I'd say that through my U100 class, I think what really gave me a sense of belonging at CSUN was not only learning what was available to me as a student, but how I could also serve the community. And it was my professor that helped me get my first job on campus, and I think through that initial job on campus, it really allowed me to like meet other students, other staff, other faculty on campus, and just like really know more about the community. And I think it was towards the EOP program that serves like first generation students, and I think it helped me out a lot.
I've had an opportunity recently from my teacher, and I had a scholarship, and I've also had an opportunity to be a student assistant, which means that in the future I can help people who went through what I did and show them around the school, be a little more friendly, which I think is a very great opportunity.
If it weren't for my professors' support, I think I probably wouldn't have been like where I am today. And I think her support in getting that on-campus job is like what really helped towards embedding me into the CSUN community.
As I was told about this U100 class and how it's like a freshman 101 class, I was a bit apprehensive. I felt like, you know, as someone who's going into college, you expect everything to be catered towards your career, and like freshman 101s kind of sounded a bit, I guess, gimmicky to me at first, so I was apprehensive to join, but it's definitely helpful to know where you're at and what services and what resources our school could provide, and also especially if it's catered towards your community. It definitely helps in keeping you connected with everyone and keeping you feeling welcomed.
I'd say overall, like what really makes the U100 classes really successful are the professors. I think, you know, it's one thing to have a professor that goes in there and does their job and gives you the lecture, but it's another thing to have professors that are really dedicated to the student. In a way, you are like the leader of your own future, and I think in order for you to be successful, you have to start making sure that you put those building blocks early on in a really stable foundation, and then as you continue throughout the rest of your career at CSUN, those building blocks start to build little by little. And I think if you can get a really good foundation within your U100 class, I think it'll really set you up for the rest of your career at CSUN.